Hey everyone, it's Fatty and I am back with another Phantom video sub guide. And today we're going to be talking about the AJ1 High Lucky Green, alright? AJ1 High Lucky Green. So these are women's shoes, so remember that, they're women's shoes. They're releasing tomorrow on Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Times, and they're releasing on 3 different foot sites. You got FootLocker, Footaction, and Champs. Alright, they're not on eBay. It's FootLocker, Footaction, Champs, and they're basically running from sizes 5 all the way through 12. Alright, size 5 to 12. Let's see. So let's get straight to it. I'll go into more details in a bit, but let's just go straight to it. So, as always, FootLocker is my guinea pig. Alright. So when you open up Phantom, again, Phantom is version 0.51.2 as of now. You're going to see the screen in front of you. You're going to choose FootLocker. If you want FootLocker, if you want to do, let's say, Footaction Champs, you just click on it and, you know, that's all there is to it. Alright, FootLocker, again, make sure you choose your region. For this one, it's just US. Canada is not releasing tomorrow. I believe that's releasing a different time. So it's only releasing on FootLocker in the US. So click in US. And then for, the SKU, type in, the SKU, which is B as in boy 4612300. Again, all the details can be found below in the description in case you need it. Size, again, you're basically choosing the sizes that you want. And I know a lot of times, everyone asks this question. Just choose the size that you want, and that will be the size it is, even though it's in women's sizing. All right. So again, it's sizing from 5 to 12. As always, always consult with your cook group in terms of what sizes do better. But all I can tell you is, hey, this is a really, really limited release. And I think usually for AJ1 women's, only women's, they're always a limited release. So if you want to, feel free to go for all the sizes. But for women, a lot of times, and don't quote me on this, but a lot of times, bigger sizes do well, right? Because, hey, a lot of guys want to wear these too, and women's sizes run smaller, right? So obviously the bigger the size, the more, what I'm trying to say, the bigger the woman's size, the bigger as they can get for the men's size. You know what I mean. I can't talk today, but you know exactly what I mean. So if you want size, let's say you want size 7, click here, and it would do one task for you. If you want, excuse me, you want to do multi-sizing, right? Let's say, hey, I'm just going to go for every single size. You could do 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5, oops, 7, 7.5, 8, and etc., right? So basically what this does is it tells Phantom, hey, pick at random any sizes between 5 to 8 and just pick it for me. That's if you want to run for all the different sizes or select sizes instead of just one specific size. Quantity, this is how many tasks you want. For my example, I'm going to do 1, but hey, if you want to, let's say, hey, just make me 15 the same exact task, you do 15, and that's exactly what it would do. Profile is exactly what it sounds like. So these are where you have all your different profiles. I have my test profiles here. If I wanted just one, I can just click this one specifically. If I wanted Phantom to make a task for every single profile, just use all profile, and it will make one for each one. Default list is basically your Proxy list. So if you choose none, then you're basically using local host. Just FYI, if you're using none and that's your local host, you can't run more than just a couple tasks because you're basically using your local IP. And that's going to get banned pretty quick if you have more than one task. Default list is your, default list if you haven't made a specific proxy list. And then if you made different proxy lists, you can choose the one you want. All right. And then, like I said, click on PayPal checkout. Couple things about PayPal checkout. 1, it's PayPal guest. So what that means is you don't need a login. You don't need to log into your PayPal account. It's just going to use PayPal to check out and then use the credit card that you have on file to check out. If PayPal isn't working, don't worry. There's a backup to it. What it does is it's going to run your card as normal without PayPal, and it'll still check out if it can't go through PayPal. But like I said, PayPal is better because it's been tested and it's been proven that there's less cancellation. All right, Less cancellation, remember, does not mean that it's absolutely not going to cancel. You might still get cancels with PayPal, right? It's not perfect. Nothing's perfect, but there's less cancels compared to if you don't use PayPal. And I know there's a lot of questions about VCCs versus virtual credit cards. Like, do they work? Do they not? You could try them. You could use them. And, sometimes they do. But we just know that with VCCs, there's less of a chance that it works compared to real cards. But does it mean that you can use it? Yes. But it just has a lesser chance compared to real cards. But again, totally get it, right? A lot of you guys don't have the luxury of having a lot of different hard cards. So you only have virtual credit cards. So that should be fine too. But like I said, just remember, using virtual credit cards for PayPal checkout, it should still work. It just might not work as well as real cards. Just like I said, just so you know the deal. All right, so you know what? Let's do 15 tasks for all my profiles. Click create, view tasks, and here they are, every single one. They're all right here. All right. Cookies. You always love this question. Am I in cookie? Maybe. Do you need cookies? You do not need cookies. We're going to have a large amount of cookies for you guys to use. Typically, on average, I think we have about 169,420. That's on average. But like I said, that's a lot of cookies, so you should be set. If you want to, you could, generate your own cookies as a backup. But like I said, you have over 169,000 cookies that you should be okay. You should be set. In terms of delay, you want them to be low to mid, so looking at 1500 to 5000. Start time, as always, you want to start about 15 minutes before it goes live. So again, it's going live at 10 a.m. Eastern time, so you probably want to go live about 9:45, 9:50. Proxies, you want to use Datacenter or Residential. They both work, and like I said in my previous videos, Residential is slower, but a lot of times it doesn't get banned at all or as quickly as Datacenter or DCs. Datacenter or DC proxies, they're much quicker, like super quick, but they do tend to get banned quicker. So that is, that's kind of what you have to just juggle. Do you want to use DC because they're faster but they get banned quicker, or do you want Residential, which is slower but they don't get banned as much? Again, because tomorrow's release is kind of limited and there won't be a lot of stocks, I always recommend just, doing both, having some DCs, having some Residential, and having a mix of two, just so cover yourself. But I would probably say you probably want more DC than Residential for this one. Just again, very limited release, so there's not that much stock compared to, your typical general release Euro Dream ones. Those releases usually they go on for a while before it sells out. But this one, I think, is definitely going to sell out a lot quicker than usual. So, like I said, long story short, what I would say is have both, but have more in DC than Residential. All right, cool. Next up, what else? I think that's really it. Again, make sure you assign the proxies to each task, and also please make sure you use PayPal checkout. I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to. We recommend it. We recommend it for a reason, because the guys have done a lot of work in terms of testing and making sure they find a way to limit the cancellations, and it's just been proven that it works better than a regular card checkout. But like I said, PayPal also has a backup. Well, sorry, the PayPal checkout option we have has a backup that if PayPal doesn't work, it will still use the card and check out as normally. All right, so don't worry about that. All right, that's really it. Like I said, these first light releases, they're typically the same thing every single release, every single drop. But again, happy to create this video so you guys can kind of follow along to know what you guys need to do. If you have any questions, drop it in the comments. I know it's super late for me. It's about 12:30 a.m. So I'm probably gonna go sleep, but I would do my best to, when I wake up in the morning, if you guys have any questions, drop it in the comments below, and I would do my best to answer them as much as I can before the drop. Alright, that's it for now. Until then, good luck, go cook, and have a good one. Bye guys.